Hi guys, so yesterday, actually on Saturday, I got a little haul in from some of the things that were still processing or like extended delivery through HSN. And one of them, I didn't do a haul because it's just like three or four items, but maybe I'll haul the rest of it later with some other things I'm expecting. One of them was the new Tri-Blends by Crafter's Companion. So if I have any links in the description box, they will be affiliate links, which means I will make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. I say that these things are pretty much sold out right now wherever I could get them, but you know, I might use a stamp or whatever I use, those kind of things will be in the description box. And having said that, I don't know, I'm just going to pull out a stamp to do a little coloring. But I do want to swatch them because there are only 24, even though each tri-blend marker has 3 different colors. So there's really 72 colors or whatever, but it starts off being 24 actual markers. So it looks like this, and you know, they're not inexpensive, so when you get them you think, oh, okay, you know, it's this little box. But again, they each have 3 colors in them, and I was basically the first person to review the original set, and I have them all, and I went through the whole auto ship, so I have all the colors and shades and all that of the original set. So these are different because they have a brush tip, which is my favorite, but at the same time not really. The other day I was coloring my little what's it called? Santoro, the little gorgeous girls. And when I went to the stockings, it was hard to control even the hard little nib tips. So I'm like, ooh, maybe we'll see. So hopefully, it was hard to get in the little spaces, you know, but we'll see how this works. So yeah, so I'm excited to get these. I did do the auto ship. Again, right now on HSN, these are sold out. And usually once the auto ship is gone, they're not going to bring the auto ship option back, but they might bring back this basic set, right? Or wherever else you'd like to purchase them. So let's see here. I want to see about this brush tip. I love a brush tip, and the reason a lot of companies don't include a brush tip to begin with is, I suppose, to get around, you know, Copic having the, I don't know if they have trademark or rights or how they do that, but a lot of times they don't pair up the way Copic does, which is like the little tip, and then the brush tip, right? So anyway, these are all brush tip. Already they look really pretty. I love the colors I'm seeing. It was a little bit confusing because when Sarah was talking about this, she said they were the same color, no, the same colors, and then she said something about new colors, so I'm like, okay, maybe she meant like the same formula, but new colors? I don't know. So like, I'll just open this one. Dull green blend. Oh, thank goodness they don't have those plastic wrappers on them. They're so annoying. So, real quickly, let's take a look at this. They look really pretty. I love the color. So we'll start with light dull green. Alrighty, I love it. I love a brush tip, I'm telling you, and then I can probably get into the smaller areas of things easier, as you can see. So, into the medium, and of course this is not blending paper here, or paper that's, this is just scratch paper, and dark. And that's how they all are. Now you can see the blend here isn't that great, but again, this is not the kind of paper you blend on. The two colors, the last 2 colors look almost identical. That's weird. Actually, the middle one looks darker. Let's try the next one. So what I'm going to do is stamp my waffle flower. That one's a little bit better as far as a blend. I can see that already. I love the brush tip. Brush tip is the way to go forever and always. That's just my opinion. Oopsie. But I'm going to take this guy, and I think I'm going to stamp this one because it does a whole bunch of them all at once. And then they have 3 little marks, like, so I can do the light, middle, and darker shade all at once here. So I'm going to stamp this a few times on some of Crafter's Companion's heavyweight, like, stamping paper. And I'm going to stamp it in a alcohol-proof ink, because again, with alcohol inks, you need an alcohol-proof ink, whatever it is that you like to use. People ask me all the time the different brands, so you can look at them. Basically, it should just say on it alcohol-proof ink. Like if you had this Versify, and it says a bunch of stuff on the front, but if you read the back, it'll say waterproof, so this is what you want when you use watercolors or water mediums, okay? So just look on the back and make sure you're good to go with your alcohol-proof type ink. We will be right back. So I'm gonna have to cut these up just because it didn't fit. If I had, nah, even if I had put it up a little bit further, maybe I should have gone this way. Oh well. So again, Crafter's Companion stamping paper. I'm just gonna go through, and this is gonna be a lot of fun. Light, medium, dark. And I would blend it better, but what I'm looking for is the colors. I'm not really for blending right now, so I'll do that. I will write down that this was dull green. This is gonna be fun. This is why a lot of times I don't take the time to do stuff like this, but dull green. And hopefully we can read it because I don't know where else to label this. And I'm just gonna go through and do them all. Again, this is light green. I'll just put LT green. And I guess I could bring in that a little bit to blend. The caps come off easier, which is nice. Oh, the other one, sometimes you're pulling off the cap, the whole thing comes out. The whole barrel will come out with it. It's kind of not the funnest thing, but that's just how it is. The next one is Alpine Green. Oh, that's pretty. So what I was saying about that last set is there's no real bright red in it, like a candy apple red, and there are no black pens in it, which is kind of a bummer, but I guess they figure, well, if you want black, you can just get one from wherever. So that blend, those colors really don't blend as seamless as maybe that one, but they probably do once you work it in, hopefully. So I'm just gonna keep going. Citrus green. So what happens is with this first set, they're all blends. It all says like whatever blend, this blend. And then the next few sets, when they come in, they will be the shades. So there's colors of these guys that might be missing that you might want to darken or lighten with, is what I understand them to be. And I have mine over there with the original tri-blends. That one's a nice one. All right, I'm gonna keep going and I'll be back. Going through and doing this, I realized I don't need 72 stamps or spaces because we're doing 3 in one, so I only need the 24. So you can kind of see what we're looking at. They don't look like they blend super easily. Some of them do. Again, they only have, as far as skin tones in this, they have fair skin and tan. And if you're anything different of either one of those two, you're kind of out of luck. I do have another video of using the original tri-blends for different skin colors, skin tones, and trying out some of these other colors and seeing what they might look like. And some came out nicely, and some, it's like, maybe you don't want to do that. And I think I have them here with me, actually. I went and grabbed, I'll link that in the description box. I thought I had them with me, but I don't in here. Okay, so here's the other thing. These are the exact same colors. Dark red, magenta blend, jade green. I can show them to you and I'll show you what that looks like. So if you have yours already, I don't even know. I honestly, because I thought, oh, okay, yeah, she said, they're the same, but then she said they were new, so I thought maybe they're different shades of those same colors. I don't know. I do want to mention something real quickly. Be careful when you put your marker back in the barrel, because that long brush tip, is this the one? I gouged it, because you see how this, I didn't do it with any of the other ones, but I went, I'm going to the next one, and I kind of came in at an angle, I guess, and I gouged the tip of the thing. It still works, but I can see that it's like destroyed a little bit right there. Okay, because they're very long, so just be careful and put those back in a little nicer. Okay, do I love brush tip? Yes, that's amazing. Let me show you why I'm saying these are the exact same colors. Put these back on here. I try to keep them the same. I'm gonna order myself an Arteza case because I love their pen case. I've reviewed it before and they're cute and they work really well, and these tri-blends fit in there perfectly. So for less than 20 bucks, sometimes less than, it's a good deal. So this one right here will cost a little more. Obviously it's a cool case. I love it. It's this Spectrum Noir tri-blend case, but for these other guys, I'll probably just get the Arteza one. Let me pick a color in here. So dark red. When I said, oh yeah, that one, no, it's still the same dark red. So here's dark red from the original set. And there's that one. So I'll just put it here. Light. And you see, when I told you, I said, oh, that one is bright. This one seems to be brighter. I don't know, maybe that's just me. You know what, now that I'm working with them, I'm like, the little hard nib is actually kind of nice. Look at the colors. So this is actually, I think, nicer than this one, but let's see what this says. Because they do mix them with different colors. So this is like DR1, DR3, DR4, which corresponds with their original Spectrum Noir markers. So where's that one? Let me see. This one's down here. Is this dark red? Nope, that's coral blend. Dark red. DR1, DR4, DR7. That's the difference. So it is the same colors. Like, the Spectrum Noir range has, but they are different shades of those colors, I guess. So DR1, DR4, DR7 is here. DR1, DR3, DR4 is here. Now, the shade pen for dark red is this one. I haven't opened it yet, as you can see. Has DR5, DR6, DR7. So, DR1, DR3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with these two. And this one has DR1, DR4, DR7. Very interesting. So this one is a little bit different blend of them, but this one I think is more seamless to blend, don't you think? If you only had this one pen, this blend isn't as nice as like this one, but that's just me. I'm assuming whenever they do the next shades, they're going to be the other blends. It's probably going to be the opposite colors or other colors. So what happens with, like I said, with Crafter's Companion, with the Spectrum Noir, is that they have their different lineup, right? So like the other one I was curious about was this hydrangea blend, because no, the purple blend. Let me see this. So this is kind of confusing, and I don't want to confuse you guys, but this is what they did, so that's how they did it. So that's the purple blend. This is this purple blend. Let me pick it up out of here. We don't knock a bunch of stuff over. Oopsie. Okay, purple blend. This one. This one in the new Illustrator is PL1, 3, and 5. And in the other one it's PL2, 3, and 4. So they kept 3, but they used 2 and 4. PL1. So in a way, I don't know. Let me show you what this purple blend looks like. PL2, 3, and 4. Right here, purple 2. And that's already different. The other one has 1. They both have 3. The middle shade should be the same. And this is 4, and the other one has 5. I think they did a better job of picking the blends for the originals. That's just my opinion. But again, you know, so let's try these out. We have one. I suppose if you have both sets, you can still get a lot of marker in very minimal space, right? So let's try this out. We have 1. And both of them have 3, so I'm just going to go to 3. Oh, no, this one has 2. Again, it's a different style of nib. They do both have 3, but I'm going to use the blend one, this one, because I like that. 3. 4 is in this one as the darkest color. Okay, so that's what it is. They just use different colors from that family. But if you have the whole set like I do of the originals, it might be that you have duplicate colors. So from those two, we got this, you know, different amount. This one, I chose this one because this one, to me, their PLs are always the hardest to blend. They don't look the same to me. Like this one going into this doesn't look that great. That one going into this doesn't look that great. These two by themselves look nice. It's just something about them, and I've always had that. I've always, if you watch any of my older videos, it seems like the PLs are always kind of weird, but that's what it is. Okay, well, let's, I guess I'll stamp something, we can color it in. I'm not sure why, because obviously they work the way they work, but yeah, they're the exact same colors, but different shades in those color families that they normally do, so I hope that answers that question. I know it's kind of confusing. I'm not going to be able to go through all the other ones and say, oh, this is what they have, this one has that one has that. Can't do it, but I will do a little image and we'll go from there. Okay, this isn't going to take that much coloring, but I have this stamp set from that Couture Creations set that I got on clearance recently, HSN. I think it's like 15 bucks. It's less than 15 bucks, but really good deal. I love that. It comes with some other stamps and a ton of papers. So I thought this will be something kind of quick and easy to color that fits on the piece of paper that I cut down from the samples I just made. Pretty cool. It has hello and what is that? Lovely. Oh, I love that. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp this guy again with alcohol proof ink. Is this, oh my gosh, this is really big. Hold on. I guess I'll use this guy again. Stamp. And I mentioned alcohol proof ink. There it is. This ink feels very dry whenever you go to use it, so just know it'll get on there. Oh, and you know what? I used the wrong side of this, so now I'm going to have to use that as like a... It has no resistance, so we'll see. Okay, pretty good. I don't know if these are polymer stamps. Let me see. Acrylic stamps, that's what I thought. It stamped really well, but it just didn't smell like that good smell I get from my photopolymers. Okay, so I'm going to use the dark red blend. It's right here. And then the other thing is too, the colors on the tips don't, to me, neither one of these colors is this color, right? Look at this dark red. It looks almost the same on the camera, but when I look at it in real life, they're not. And this one looks more berry colored than that, but I guess it gives you an idea. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here, so let me do that. We'll just start with the red. So this one's a hard one to do because there's a lot going on in this little cogs and things. I'm trying to get in there. Again, I love a brush tip. It's my favorite. I don't know how I feel about this, just with the different colors. Like, I don't know. Because the point of these guys is to just kind of use them and it works, right? Because the 3 colors are there. But now I have the other colors that maybe I can bring in just to make it a complete family. Like, it seems weird. So I have that. I'm going to go into the darkest one. Just around the edges. Maybe in here. And going with the mid shade. I do love that the lid comes off much easier. Oh my gosh, the other ones were kind of a nightmare. It's always like my fear when I go to open it. I'm like, ah! Because a lot of times it just pulls out the whole thing. Again, be careful. And then the light. And you can go back in and blend it back in with the light. Wow. I like it a lot better. But I always like my brush tips. So if you give me anything with a brush tip, I'm probably going to be impressed. So that's just me. There. And then again, I use the dark in the darkest area. Maybe right in here. And then medium. And that's how I do it. Some people will start with the dark and go down to the other colors. Medium, light. Most of the time you put down your light. And then you let the other colors kind of come in. And it should be enough that it goes all the way through the back. Like, this is pretty good. This probably can be a little bit more color. But that's how saturated you're supposed to do it. That enough goes through all the way to the back. So, okay, that's the red. I'm going to use the gold yellow for that sash part, I guess. And I'm not going to be super careful about this one. I'm just going to put the color down. See, even this color here to me looks like a skin tone color. But once you start adding the other colors to with it, then it's like, okay, it's obviously not a skin tone color. You can go medium then dark. I just always go dark then into the medium, but do it however you like. Medium, pull out some of that color. Then, oh, see, I was going to go back into the darkest one. Do not do that. Because then you're going to just, everything will be dark. And I don't know if those like little cheetah spots, but that's just how it is right now. I'm going to remove another layer of colors because I wanted to get down to a brown and to the grays and blacks. Oops, you know what? In the center there should probably be a little bit red, huh? If they're like cogs, I don't know, I can't really tell. That one pretty much just disappeared. Alright. What did I say? I want brown. Let's do... Why am I using brown? Oh, yes. Earth brown. Okay, I know why. Earth brown. Just in here I was going to put little dots just in case it looks kind of cheetah color. I don't know. Just adding a little something. And then our gears can be like ice gray. Oopsie. I'll color in the whole thing. And this one's hard to see now. I'd probably come in with a pip marker maybe to darken that up. And then the darkest gray, because this is so small, it's not the biggest deal. I'm just gonna put the cogs right here, a little something in there. So that one's hard because they're so tiny. It's hard for me to see where exactly these little things are. Whatever. Okay, so there's that. And then Whenever something's white, I always like to give it a little bit of light blue. So the lightest blue in this thing that might go with the colors. Or gray. Gray works too. Maybe I'll just still use gray. I'll still use that same ice gray. And I'll use the light one. And I just kind of come in and just follow along the little edges. And it just gives a little something. You might think, okay, that doesn't look like much. But it will add a little something. I love my brush pens. Oh my gosh. So if these had come out first, I would be super happy. Since I have both of them, and the nib, I always like a nib and a brush. So on a pen, if it has a nib, a little hard nib and a brush, I love it. Sketch, it's okay, but I prefer to have a nib and a brush. So I guess I have them, but just in separate things and separate colors. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy. It's weird that they're the same colors, but not really, right? Kind of odd. All right, guys. Well, that's that for today. Hopefully that gave you some idea of what these are about. And, you know, if you have yours, definitely use them. Don't just put them away, because what happens, they'll start drying out. It takes a very long time. I have Copics that are probably 15 years old, 14 years old, and they're still juicy. But I keep them closed, and I keep them in a whole other tub, so it's like more airproof. So I don't know if that helps or not, but it does help. But these guys, I have had other Spectrum Noir brushes just completely dry out, but you can always take a little bit of alcohol, and I'm not talking about like, oh, 70% rubbing alcohol. I mean, you can use that, it works. But the better kind is like 90% or 99%, and you can find that pretty easily nowadays, especially. Well, for a while you couldn't, but now you can find it. More people are carrying like a higher percentage alcohol. A lot of times you can find them like at a beauty supply or wherever. Just get a little dropper and just add a little bit, so when you open it up, I don't know if I can force this to open. I don't really want to, but you can wiggle this out, and there's going to be a little barrel, and just ding, 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 maybe 3 or 4 drops into the barrel part, and it'll start getting juicy again. So you can always revive them. That's just a tip. I had an old video on that in my old channel, but I don't have a video on that here. But yeah, so you can either add water to your water-based markers just a little bit at a time, and you can add alcohol to your alcohol-based markers a little bit at a time to juice them back up. So. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have pictures for you, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.